Hello everyone, welcome to NASCAR News Kid, first video of the season. We just finished up the Clash for the NASCAR Cup Series at Bowman Gray Stadium. It was long awaited, 3 days because of snow. Record-setting snow came into North Carolina and wanted to change NASCAR's plans with the Clash. But guess what? We got it done, and there is a lot to talk about. Controversy, chaos, craziness, cautions, tons more than that to talk about. But what a way to kickstart 2026. So much was happening at Bowman Gray. There's so much to talk about. I guess we'll start out how I just started this video with weather. Major weather. It was a major factor in even getting this race started. Early in the week, snow piled up 10 plus inches in North Carolina, record-setting snow, and we were supposed to race Sunday night, and that got pushed earlier to Saturday night, and then it went to Monday night, and then now to Wednesday night, and we finally got it done. And the track was cleaned up. By the way, shout out to all those who helped, including some NASCAR drivers, I guess. So, shout out to them. But even then, 3 days pushed out and we finally get it done. But Mother Nature had way more plans than that for us. At halftime, rain, sleet, hail, whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to call it sleet. Comes down and NASCAR has to put wet weather tires on. We'll get a little bit deeper into that in a couple moments, but they have to put wet weather tires on a short, flat oval, which we haven't really done before besides New Hampshire, but more on that a little later. But for now, let's get to the actual race, okay? Kyle Larson won the pole. He led early on. Most guys were battling hard, getting to the inside lane, like Martinsville. Very typical to get to that inside lane. Great racing the first half, incredible. Larson would lead early, and then his teammate William Byron would catch him because he was faster. Larson probably burning up his stuff. You never know. He gets distracted because he's trying his best, trying too hard to run away. But even then, Byron takes the lead. Then Chase Briscoe takes the lead, and then right before the end of the first half of the race, Ty Gibbs takes the lead, and obviously there was cautions mixed in there during that run and guys switching the lead. But Ty Gibbs, last year he did not even make the Clash, had to go to the LCQ, battled there, did not make the Clash. This year, he makes the Clash, doesn't have to even go to the LCQ, doesn't even have to think about it, and he starts fourth, highest of Joe Gibbs Racing cars, and leads laps till halftime, and then obviously that's when we get the rain. But still, Ty Gibbs outrunning Hendrick cars, his teammate Chase Briscoe, all the other guys, and takes the lead at halftime. But now the sleet is coming down and guys are standing around, like guys in the pits. They're thinking, oh, we might have to put on wet weather tires. And drivers have to wait. NASCAR eventually makes the decision they're going to clear off the standing water and put wet weather tires on, and drivers are saying go for it, just go for it, it's fine, we got tested out. NASCAR ultimately does clear the standing water, like I said, but right away guys are slipping and sliding. We have a caution right away, and the second half, I guess that one word, caution, is what can basically describe the final stage, or not final stage, final second half, besides maybe the final 20-15 laps where it was green flag, but still, just craziness in the final stage. But, with all those cautions, there has to be controversy. When we talk NASCAR, we talk controversy all the time, and the controversy this time around was guys were running out of fuel, right? Because the Clash does not count caution laps. We had over 200-something caution laps and 200 actual racing laps. So it was absolutely insane. That equals 400-something laps. Guys are going to run out of fuel. Kyle Larson first starts out, tries to make it to the exit in, turn 3? Tries to exit the track, can't, stops right before then, because he stopped because guys were coming, and then he tried to move ahead, but he just got stopped, and they had to throw the caution. But then, we get moving. NASCAR doesn't make a decision then, but then we get moving a couple laps later, and a couple more cautions later. Yes, a couple cautions in, single-digit laps, but still. Couple cautions later, Chase Elliott runs out of gas as well. So NASCAR makes the call that all guys are going to come in and take gas. I guess it was a gallon max. I'm not completely sure. A gallon max they could take. And that sparked controversy because Chase Briscoe and James Small were planning, because they saw all these cautions. They're like, Chase Briscoe probably saying, save, 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 because we have all these cautions, and caution laps don't count, so you gotta save. And they were planning for it. All the other guys, they burned up their stuff, burned their fuel, did not lift. But Chase Briscoe, James Small were planned, and MRN, Motor Racing Network, the radio, because I was listening to it because Fox decided to cut off the broadcast. We'll talk about that in a couple of minutes. But I was listening, and MRN said maybe give those guys that had to pit for gas a 5-lap penalty. Now, not like I completely agree with that, but still. I mean, it's pretty crazy that teams did not plan, and then controversy sparks, and people are fighting over they should go to the rear for not planning, or they should get a penalty, or something like that, because Briscoe and James Small definitely deserved some sort of reward there for at least planning, but they didn't get it ultimately, and yeah, controversy unfolded, and nothing really happened. Briscoe faded, and yeah, and then guys started to find rhythm, but there was still some chaos, obviously cautions after all that chaos. Briscoe, like I said, he didn't get the lead, he had to get gas, I guess, but still, controversy there. Like I said, guys start to find rhythm, still cautions coming, but then, final 20 laps, guys actually getting a rhythm, and with all that controversy, it's hidden that Ryan Preece took the lead on, lap 157 or something. He takes the lead. He has a really fast car. The wet conditions had turned on his car. A switch is flipped, and Ryan Preece just leads. We have tons more cautions. He keeps leading. Outruns guys like William Byron in that very final run. William Byron is chasing him down. But Ryan Preece just keeps looking at the task at hand, keep leading, and he does, and he ultimately runs away while William Byron makes some sort of mistake, slides up the track in a corner, and loses 0.7 seconds when he was like 0.7 seconds away, so definitely a big mistake for William Byron. Could have been a Clash winner, you never know, but still, Ryan Preece sticking to the task at hand and wins the Clash at Bowman Gray Stadium. Now, this win means a ton to Ryan Preece, obviously, for many reasons. He ran away, wins for RFK. Brad Keselowski, who's probably sitting on his couch at home watching his cars compete. Ultimately, his car number did not make the race. We'll talk about that in a couple moments. But still, for Brad Keselowski, RFK, for the Biffle raced for RFK and gets that win for him. Emotional, and it's at track Ryan Preece, similar to his roots, at a modified track. Ryan Preece, just crazy circumstances for Ryan Preece to get all that. And Preece, I'm not at all surprised with this. People were picking him for challenges all around. And he was up front at the LA Coliseum a couple years back, if I'm remembering correctly. And again, flat, short ovals is Ryan Preece's strong suit, and he showed that tonight. Even though it doesn't count for a real win, real count in his record, it still is a win and a confidence booster. Ryan Preece, he proved that he can definitely win NASCAR races, and that is no doubt what people are thinking right now. And Ryan Preece, a couple years back, he was planning to go back to Connecticut, race modifieds, local stuff, but Brad Keselowski, Stewart Haas, a dying Stewart Haas team decided to take him in, and they went away, and then Brad Keselowski takes him in for RFK. People are like, what is he thinking? He's not going to win races. Last season, top 20 in points. This season, starts it off with a win at the Clash. This could be something coming from Ryan Preece. Preece, I would not be surprised if he goes on and wins at Martinsville or something. So, definitely something to keep our eyes peeled for this season. Ryan Preece, congratulations to that whole group. RFK, incredible win to start 2026 off. Hopefully, RFK can continue this into the season deeper. Second for William Byron, like I said, not crazy good, but led laps, finished second, had a mistake, was closing, but had that mistake and fell back. Third for Ryan Blaney, he came through the field like he did last year, just slowly worked his way forward throughout the night. Fourth for Suarez, who was angry at halftime at one point. I don't even remember who he was mad at. I think it was SVG and Cindric. He was mad at a ton of people. But anyway, with the rain, he came to the front. Ultimately, fourth is not bad for him. Fifth for Denny Hamlin, who got wrecked multiple times, has his injured shoulder now. It's just crazy. And Hamlin survives the chaos towards the end, comes to the front. Sixth for Chase Briscoe, probably the fastest car, I'd say, on the racetrack that was not wet racing, besides maybe Ty Gibbs. We never really got to see that, but if that unfolded, I'm sure Chase Briscoe and Ty Gibbs would probably be 1 and 2 fastest cars. Seventh for Austin Dillon was aggressive all night. Eighth for Chris Buescher, really quiet. Ninth for Chastain, also really quiet, though he was involved in some of the chaos. 10th for Bowman, who got the provisional. Not crazy night for him. 11th for Joey Logano, quiet, like I said, for Chastain. Was involved in some of the chaos. I mean, he's Joey Logano. 12th for Josh Berry, LCQ winner. Was quiet all night. 13th for Bell. Not much to hear from him either. 14th for Ty Gibbs. Like I said, led laps. Didn't even make the Clash last year. So this is a huge step up. Maybe a switch is turned on for 2026. We'll just have to wait and see. 15th for Carson Hocevar. Top 5, top 10 all night until he got wrecked by Connor Zilisch late in the race. Probably not Zilich's fault, but still. What could have been for Hocevar? He probably could have won, too, if it stayed dry. 16th for Kyle Larson, fell back, ran out of fuel, and just tons of chaos. So, Larson ends up outside the top 10 after winning the pole and leading the most laps. 17th for Chase Elliott, who ran out of fuel, was very quiet, so just never really showed up like last year, probably because of rain, and then the guys wrecking each other, beating and banging, so not surprised there. 18th for Connor Zilisch, who was up front, top 3, top 5 in the wet, but fell back due to some chaos. 19th for Kyle Busch, solid, he qualified like 13th or something, but got damaged and fell back. 20th for Shane Van Gisbergen, who actually led laps, but got tapped by Chase Briscoe and spun out and fell back, never recovered. 21st for Austin Cindric, LCQ, second place, advanced. That was really good. I gotta talk about this. Corey LaJoie and Austin Cindric put on a show. All I'm gonna say is that if you haven't seen that, you better check out that finish to the LCQ. Was really, really entertaining. And even the final, 15-20 laps was entertaining. 22nd for Tyler Reddick and 23rd for Bubba Wallace. Both had they weren't really in the picture. And Bubba Wallace, he was getting spun. He was spinning guys. Just train wreck night for 23-11. Just was not there all night long. So definitely stinks for them. But yeah, guys, just craziness. I mean, some wrecks, guys wrecking, trading paint. just your average short track race, aside from the rain and the sleet, whatever you want to call it. But still, great racing. I wonder what could have happened if it stayed without the rain and the wet weather tires and all that crazy stuff. I mean, controversy too. I mean, what could have been? But hey, if we're going to have a crazy race like this, my overall thoughts, I'm going to say, if we're going to have a crazy race, it's going to be an exhibition race where there's no points. Please just have those be the crazy races. I'd trade all the points races for normal races and have the non-points races, like the exhibition races, to be these kind of crazy events. So, definitely hope Mother Nature is nicer to us in Daytona, nicer to us throughout the rest of the season. But yeah, craziness at the Madhouse. But yeah, that's going to do it. Thank you all so much for watching. If you stuck around to the end, hopefully you enjoyed this whole entire video. If you did, why not smash that like button down below. If you're new to the channel and you like NASCAR, you are in the right place. And I would consider subscribing, because we do things like this every single week, every week of the year, covering NASCAR and all that it produces, and the racing and the winners. We talk about it every single week. So if you like that, why not subscribe and smash that like button. But until next time, I guess I'll see you after Daytona, maybe before Daytona, we'll have to see. But yeah, that's gonna do it. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.